This vessel on our starboard quarter is piloted by our very good friends and traveling companions, Brian and Judy, from Westerly, Rhode Island.
Looks like we are heading into a pretty serious squall. Fortunately, Mattatuck Inlet Marina is just off our port bow. We will duck into Mattatuck to get some protection from this weather system coming at us.
Duck in to avoid a pretty serious squall with dangerous lightning, heavy seas, strong winds, and golf ball sized hail. Ducking in was the prudent thing to do to wait out the storm. The storm has passed now, so we are leaving the security of Mattatuck Harbor and heading back out into the Long Island Sound on our way to Port Jefferson Harbor, where we will spend the night before continuing west on this first leg of America's Great Loop. See Brian and Judy's boat in the background. A little bit of distance back. Probably trying to stay out of my tsunami wake. We're doing about 14 knots right now. So here we are in an anchorage in Port Jefferson. Just got in here about 19 minutes ago, 8 o'clock. We arrived, beautiful Port Jeff Harbor. Picked up a couple of mooring balls. Hopefully this is good for the night, and then we will be heading out first thing tomorrow morning. It is June 7th. Tomorrow is up the Hudson Day. We'll be looking forward to an early start. Beautiful sky. And it's going to be a beautiful sunset. Looking out of the front of, toward the front of Reveille. Wind is howling pretty good out there. We are going to launch one of the dinghies and attempt a cocktail hour. My birthday, you know. Gotta celebrate. Signing off. We are in Port Jefferson Harbor. Wind is howling, blowing 25 knots. I should say it's gusting 25 knots. It's about 8 to 10. Steady, 25 gusting. So we are waiting for the 9 o'clock ferry. It's about 8 o'clock now. We're going to wait an hour. We'll be ready to move then. And we'll use the ferry to run interference for us to get us to the Connecticut side, where we should have some shelter from the seas, which are about 2 to 4 head on, which is not going to be fun if we stay on the Long Island side. So we're going to the Connecticut side for some shelter. When I came here years ago with our sailboat, none of this was in here. You used to anchor. Now I guess there is no anchoring. It's just amazing to see this. A few boats, probably, maybe some of them are loopers. That Grand Banks over there, probably, for sure. No telling, but could be. Anyway, here are kayaks lashed to the bow. Beautiful Setauket. This is Setauket Harbor. Over there is Strong's Neck. Multi-million-dollar houses. Beautiful place. And we'll be going out right through there to the Long Island Sound in the shadow of the ferry at 9 a.m. So this is Port Jefferson Harbor. Got the radar going. That magenta line up there in the upper left is our route, which may not happen because it is directly into a head sea, 2 to 4, which is not fun. So we're probably gonna do a new route from Connecticut, move this whole thing over to the Connecticut side, so we have some shelter from the wind, which is gusting to 25, blowing 10 knots, building up the seas to 2 to 4. So, in all probability, new route today, but we need to get underway by 9 and follow the 9 o'clock ferry out to Bridgeport, Connecticut.
To 20 knots with gust up to 25 knots. Sea is 2 to 4 feet. And for Thursday
Somebody's
night,
private helicopter coming in.
10 to 15 knots with gust up to 25 knots. Sea is 2 to 3 feet. Western seas higher and near sun.
Landing on their
The marine forecast
property.
for western Long Island Sound. Small craft and thunderstorms with the storm. Showers likely with chance of thunderstorms and showers.
Helicopter taking off from a private house in Setauket. Here we are off of coming up to Northport. The seas are 2 to 4 feet as they predicted. Pretty rough out here. We're taking a spray. Boat's covered with salt. Certainly something that can be fixed easily. Anyway, we got about 22 miles to Port Washington, where we will stop for fuel. The sea state has reduced to almost nothing. The weather is nice, it's cool, cooler than normal. The wind's howling a little bit, but we're coming into the funnel here toward Manhattan. That's the Manhattan skyline dead ahead. So we'll be entering the East River and going under the two bridges, Throgs Neck Bridge and the Whitestone Bridge next, and around Rikers Island into Hellgate, and then south around the Battery, the south side of Manhattan, into the Hudson River, and then we start up north. Actually, before we do that, we'll be stopping in Port Washington for fuel at Brewer Capri Marina. That's the Manhattan skyline. We're getting ready to go into there, which is right Right in there is Manhasset Bay and Port Washington, Brewer Capri. This is Great Neck. Port Washington, mega mansions. We're in another storm here. It's Wednesday at 13:11, 1:11 in the afternoon. Just got an alert, a weather alert, that a 40 mile an hour to 50 mile an hour storm is coming through. We are approaching Rikers Island now. We just went under the Throgs Neck Bridge and the Whitestone Bridge. We're in Whitestone Bay, actually the East River, heading toward Manhattan. We are in an absolute downpour, like somebody throwing buckets of water on the boat. We're entering the Manhattan side of the East River, coming out of Hellgate right now. Getting ready to head to the south side of Manhattan, around the Battery and into the Hudson River, and start heading north. Approaching the 59th Street Bridge. Total downpour, very gloomy, dark day to be navigating, but we're cozy up here in the bridge. I don't know about Brian and Judy. I think they might be getting rained on a little bit with that open back to their bridge. But anyway, I'm hoping we're out of this soon. We're heading south now to go around the Battery and into the Hudson and start heading north. We are now heading up the Hudson. Manhattan's on our starboard side. Still rainy and nasty, and pretty good wash machine type chop in here from the boat traffic, the wild ferry captains. Anyway, there's the Empire State Building. We're going up past New Jersey, Bayonne, not Bayonne, Hoboken. Should be on the port side here. Barges along the Hudson River, just on the north side of Manhattan. Approaching the George Washington Bridge. Brian and Judy are leading now. Cath is at the wheel. The time is 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Doing about 12 knots. There's the GW Bridge. Still raining, not quite as hard. Seas are pretty flat. Approaching the GW Bridge. Bumper-to-bumper traffic on the bridge. Teaneck, New Jersey on the port side. Starting the Palisades just after the GW Bridge. It's 3:15 in the afternoon and the traffic is bumper to bumper. Both levels, both directions. Some upwelling for the two currents
changing.
Okay, because I'm pretty far off your course.
Yep, you're fine here. One barge looks like it might be coming at us.
Which one?
The farthest one.
This one looks like it's parked. First one, right?
Yep.
Another stationary
Yep.
barge.
It's Manhattan in the background. This here is the start of the Palisades. This is where the Hudson becomes very beautiful, very scenic. Going under the bridge. Yonkers. This is Yonkers. Big electric plant. It's clearing skies ahead.
This is the beginning of the Palisades on the Hudson River. We are approaching the Tappan Zee Bridge. In the distance, the Tappan Zee Bridge. Here's the captain at the bridge. Wait. I don't think it's doing anything. Yes, it is. Can't see the gauges because it's so dark. There's Town right in front of us. The Tappan Zee Bridge in the distance.
We are approaching the Tappan Zee Bridge. Cranes and construction everywhere. Getting ready to go underneath the Tappan Zee Bridge. New York, and that's Sing Sing Prison. Indian Point nuclear reactor. There's Reveille at this marina, first marina that we stopped at. That's the view we're getting. But the wind howls over those mountains and right into this marina. Very big fetch, no place for the wind to go but right here. Pretty crazy, but cute little marina, cute little place. There's Brian and Judy up in the corner. and not much of seawall, so we're going to take a beating tonight. Sleep will be limited, but we'll get through it. We'll get by. Just good to be here. It's been a long day. Got beat up pretty much the whole trip, the whole way here from Port Washington.
Well, I brought it to you from Walter. Because can I have it? I said, no, he told me I can actually keep it in my boat.
I'll have a sip of that one night.
Yeah, it's, I haven't opened it yet. It's like Johnny Walker or whatever.
Well, that's my drink. There's Johnny Walker Red, Black Walker Green, and go up substantially in price on
So this is Thursday morning in Peekskill Marina, Peekskill, New York on the Hudson River. June 9th, beautiful day. We'll be heading up that way. It's a tight little channel here to get in. It's only about 5 feet of water going through those two buoys right there. These two, there's a green there and a red over there, and then we need to go out around this guy, this side, and up the Hudson. There's a red buoy up there, channel marker. We'll leave that to starboard and go around the corner and head toward Poughkeepsie. That's the new dinghy. Doesn't look too new right now. It's covered with soot from the engines. Back of the boat's covered with soot. Flags covered with soot. That's one of the hazards of a diesel engine. They make soot. We're in the Hudson River. Just left Poughkeepsie. Correction. Just left Peekskill Yacht Club Marina. Heading north on the Hudson to Poughkeepsie. Approaching Bear Mountain Bridge. Bear Mountain Bridge, Catskills. This is the Catskills. Valentine's taking the lead. We are approaching Highland Falls and West Point. That's the West Point Military Academy dead ahead.
I'm going to roll this up for now, just for a few minutes. And if it's cold, take better pictures.
Yep. What's this saying flashing here?
Okay, we are approaching West Point on the Hudson River. Today is Thursday, June 9th. It's a beautiful day. The point looks beautiful on this side of the river. Hotel Thayer, the famous hotel on the grounds of West Point. I have to take this through the glass. Way too windy to hold open, so there might be some spots. This is Bannerman's Island. Okay, we're going to start again. This is Bannerman's Island and Bannerman's Castle is on it. That's Bannerman's Castle. Bannerman's Castle on see in front of us is the Newburgh Beacon Bridge, Route 84.
Approaching the Mid-Hudson Bridge by Poughkeepsie. Sailboats are moving, current's running about 4 knots. Pretty crazy. Problem is we're going to be against it. There's the dinghy up on the New Davits. It's pretty sharp. There's Reveille. We're getting ready to get underway in less than an hour. Head up to Troy, Waterford. Beautiful dock system here. The cleats actually slide up and down, back off on the bolts, and you can actually reposition the cleats. There's a big bird on the end over there. We are in Poughkeepsie, New York, home of Marist College and Shadows. That's Shadows, where Brian had his 20th year college reunion, or whatever it was, 15 years. Beautiful place, beautiful little marina. Current is ridiculous. Should be fun getting out of here. Got a really tight turn to make right up here. That's the exit right there. We're just going to go a short distance, make a hard left, hopefully. There's Cath straightening up, getting ready to get underway. We are heading up the Hudson from Poughkeepsie. Once again, the wind is howling. Just past Marist College, coming up to the Culinary Arts Institute.
What are we looking at?
This is Rogers Point Marina. We stopped at for fuel. Brian is still at the dock fueling up. We fueled up and left the dock. Wind is pushing pretty hard, but it seems like the current is subsiding. That's the little marina. There's Brian paying the bill. Approaching Kingston, there's a lighthouse on the Hudson. Van Winkle Bridge.
I really don't want their picture. They're both
my picture.
Very beautiful country. We're getting up toward Albany. Not there yet, but we're approaching it. Beautiful lighthouse in the middle. Pretty awesome. Awesome country.
We are
guess this is
in
Athens.
Athens, New York. Looks like a quiet,
I guess it's either Athens or Hudson, I'm not sure.
sleepy town on the Hudson River.
Pretty pretty.
Looks like a cute little place.
The river wasn't clearer.
Tug pushing barges with tons of rocks. Shady Harbor Marina. Cute little marina. We just passed that huge barge. This is the town of Castleton, New York. We just went under that bridge. City of Albany.
Got a military ship right there?
Yep. Coming up on the right. This is Troy. Big seawall here. if we're gonna go to that side.
Right.
But we do need some for the boats that are coming. If we're tied up to that side, the boats that come in this on this side, we need protection from them. We're in Troy.
Then this should be raised up. We left it at the water line, but if it's for protection, we should raise it up.
Right. We're at the Troy City dock, waiting to leave, warming the engines up. There's Cath on the bow. There's Brian
With our new headsets.
with the new headsets. We don't have to yell. And we're getting ready to head into the federal lock at Troy. And then 3 miles from where we are right now, we enter the Erie Canal. So this is Troy. We'll be leaving this in probably 15 minutes. Heading north again and then west on the Erie Canal. We are approaching the dam and the federal lock at Troy, New York.
Going out to take a picture.
Yep. That is the right there is the federal lock at Troy, New York. Troy Lock, federal lock at Troy, New York. Just spoke to the lock master. He said he'll get us through after he gets rid of the southbounder coming into the lock now. Should be about 15 or 20 minutes. Here we are inside the federal lock in Troy. Water's rising very quickly. A little turbulent in here. There's Cath out there tending the line. Almost at the top now. There's Cath.